Bring Good morning and welcome to day 2 of the Phil Cox Memorial Tournament, live from Memorial Gymnasium in Kokomo, Indiana. JD Arlen and Jim Leisure on the call today to bring you this one. It is the first semifinal, and this tournament will be decided by the end of the day. We've got all those games coming your way on ISC Sports Network for free on our website, on Twitter, and on YouTube. Today's game brought to you by Smokin' Barrel Barbecue, Indy's best barbecue just south of Warren Central High School, and online at smokin'-barrel-bbq.com. JD Arlen alongside Jim Leisure. We've got about a minute to go till the anthem. Jim, we've got a good one in front of us.
Yeah, this should be a fantastic basketball game. You got two large schools. Both of them, well, Warren had kind of a squeaker win yesterday. Brownsburg had a big win, but I'm familiar with Coach Lynch at Brownsburg. He was the head basketball coach at Mount Vernon, won a regional there when I was an assistant football coach, so I know he's a very good coach, and I think that Coach Davis has done a fantastic job at Warren as well. I'm really looking forward to this. Yeah,
Brownsburg won with a running clock yesterday. The specifics of the score aren't that important.
Right.
Warren Central beat Guerin Catholic by just one, 41-40. It was a low-scoring affair, a defensive battle. We didn't see a whole lot out of Jalen Hooks. He's got his job still in the starting lineup, and we will read those just after the national anthem. Don't go anywhere. You're watching ISC Sports Network, the first game of the day in the Phil Cox Memorial Tournament, and we will be right back.
The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score.
The original Gridiron Gang develops skills both on and off the field in football players of any age, and that applies to any budget as well. The Gridiron Gang offers pillars of change to underrepresented communities, military families, and offers chances to volunteer to earn additional training hours at no additional cost. The Gridiron Gang is led by Robert Mathis, Daniel Muir, and other longtime NFL vets. Find out more at theoriginalgridirongang.com and click on the Scholarship tab to nominate a student athlete in need.
Fall means football, and on the ISC, we've got you covered all season long. Catch our broadcast live on television on MyNDTV 23 and Comcast 81, as well as streaming on ISCSportsNetwork.com. With a subscription to ISC for only $4.99 a month, you get access to our entire library, viewable anytime, anywhere, on our website or on the ISC app. Don't miss a single broadcast. ISC Sports Network. Football lives here. The ISC Sports Network is your home for sports content across the Hoosier State. Find us live on TV and streaming or archived on our website and our app. The ISC is your one-stop shop for the content you want to see, including high school sports, college sports, and other great events throughout the year. Subscribe to our streaming service and get access to it all. ISC. Local lives here.
Hi there, I'm Jake Query.
And I'm Derek Schultz.
And we do Query and Schultz on ISC Sports Network. And Derek, unlike Ted Lasso, we have a third season.
That's right. Season number 3 right now, ISCSportsNetwork.com. You can see episodes on Comcast 81 as well, Mondays at 7:30. I'm talking about our show, Jake, this beloved show that people tune into every single week. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, so many ways to watch Query and Schultz every Monday, 7:30. Tune in and hang out with us.
And you don't have to be a goldfish. You'll remember everything we say.
We are back on ISC Sports Network after the Phil Cox rendition of the national anthem. Always gives you chills to hear that in Memorial Gymnasium. And we'll get to starting lineups. So first we got to tell you our starting lineups today. Brought to you by Aaron Pittman and Virtual Announcer. Make your game day experience the absolute best by hiring Aaron. If you can't be there, he'll be your virtual announcer. That's for any sport, not just hoops. Find out more and how affordable it can be at Virtual Announce on social or by calling 317-800-0612. So, Jim, we start with the visiting Warren Central Warriors. Started off with Davion Holman, Jalen Hooks, who didn't have a day that he would have liked yesterday. Brandon Snodgrass, Caleb Green, and then the change in the lineup, Tyler Horton in yesterday. Today it is Javon Guess. It's a battle-tested Warren Central team. Took Cathedral to double overtime before losing. Yesterday, another close game, a nail-biter all the way down the stretch. And now we move on to Brownsburg. All eyes on that guy, number 14, Cannon Catchings. And he is a Purdue commit, a 3-star. He's got basketball in the DNA, Jim.
Yeah, he certainly does. His grandfather played in the NBA. Harvey Catching, his aunt is Tamika Catchings. And I like the 14 number on him. A lot of times, those big fellas wear 30s and 40s, sometimes even 50s, but I like the quarterback number on the big kid.
That 14 jersey had a great day yesterday against Columbia City. Trying to pull up his stats here to see the exact line. He played for a surprisingly large amount of time. 15 points, went 6 for 9 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3, 1 for 2 from the line. And I expect we'll see a lot more of him as we move into the later parts of this tournament. Warren Central, a tough opponent, used to playing at the caliber that Brownsburg is.
Yeah, I would put the two schools very, very comparatively and skill-wise, and Brownsburg's continuing to grow. Warren, of course, is a school of about 4,000 students. Brownsburg's probably somewhere in the 2,700, 2,800 range, I would bet.
So here comes Warren Central. The reverse layup there for Javon Guess. Rattles off. Still scoreless. Here comes Catchings. Clangs off the front of the rim. Some back and forth basketball. Holman up under. Off the glass and good. And the Warriors strike first.
Well, nice job of just getting down the floor quickly, and Warren Central's going to come out. Well, I thought they were going to press, but it's that token pressure where you're just kind of defending the inbounds and then dropping back.
So here's Brownsburg. How will they respond? Yesterday, it was all on the outside in the opening quarter. They shot 75% from 3 in the first half. Of course, 0 for 1 today, but don't let that first shot fool you. These Bulldogs dangerous from deep. Diallo matched up tough with Guess. Braden Snodgrass was in foul trouble yesterday. Catchings. And he just makes it look easy. Floats up there, puts Brownsburg in the lead with a clutch 3-ball.
Yeah, he came into this tournament, he's actually shooting 41% from behind the arc.
Not bad for just a junior. Snodgrass answers with a 3 of his own. 5-3. Warren Central taking back the lead. Yesterday, that 3-point shot was not falling for him. Today, a little different. Only 27% yesterday. Here's Catchings all alone. He's got Diallo, but it decides instead to throw it down. 5-5 with just under 6 to go here in this first quarter.
He actually had 2 opportunities there. I thought he was going to do it first time baseline.
Hooks loses control. Drew Thompson gets it off to Diallo. Off the glass, Thompson follows. And it'll be going back Warren Central's way. So a great defensive stand by Brownsburg, but just can't turn that into any points.
Speaking of defensively, Warren Central in a really aggressive kind of a matchup zone. A lot of movement, a lot of switching off players. Can be very confusing to an offense because you don't really know who's guarding whom. Does create some mismatches, however.
Holman tried driving inside. They'll get Drew Thompson for the foul, his first, team first.
Yeah, that was one of those fouls I think that was called. There was a little bit of contact early, then a little more. Wasn't a tremendous amount of contact, but then it just never stopped, and finally the official said, all right, that's enough.
Hooks tries to go inside to Guess. Using that size to his advantage, Hooks gets the ball back. And again, over to Guess, but just a little too much mustard on there. Porath, the floater, falls into the hands of Davion Holman.
kind of a rushed, ill-advised shot there, in my opinion.
Snodgrass tries the three. He's fouled while he shoots, so he's going to have a trio of shots from the line. And they will get Grant Porath for the foul, his first, team's second. During this free throw, I'd like to thank our friends at Hoosier Shooting Academy. Combine cutting-edge technology with old-school work ethic to make your game better at the Hoosier Shooting Academy. Go see Paul at 465 in Brookville Road and always online at HoosierShooting.net. Well, at the line is Snodgrass, who went 1 for 2 yesterday. Snodgrass already knocked down that three-point shot a little bit earlier. He went 0 for 4 from beyond the arc, so Warren Central a little more willing to shoot the ball today, shaking off the cobwebs from Christmas break.
Snodgrass has a chance here to get 3 points the other way. Did it in one shot, first time. Took him 3 to get it done then.
Snodgrass already with 6 out of Warren Central's 8 points. Here's Catchings from deep. The uncontested 3 rattles off. And Catchings has got to get hot from that zone. That's exactly where Brownsburg uses him from. Here's Javon Guess. Driving inside, it's kicked. And it went over the timeline. So we're going back to Brownsburg.
Yeah, I have them. That's their 3rd turnover. Might be actually 4. I think one of them may have got away from me, but got to protect the basketball a little bit. They did have 13 turnovers in yesterday's ball game, and in a close one, 13 turnovers can be a big difference.
There's J.D. Lynch, Coach Steve Lynch's son in the 10 jersey. He'll try the 3. Goes back to the hands of Holman, picks up his 3rd rebound. Hooks from downtown. Catchings grabs onto it. Now down on the other side, and Catchings will take it all by himself. Kind of forced the shot there. You'd like to see him pass the ball a little more.
Yeah, again, just a hurried shot didn't need to happen.
Wow. Jalen Hooks throws it down. By the way, the first made field goal for Jalen Hooks of this tournament. Went 0 for 7 yesterday. Not the case this morning. Throws it down with authority.
Yeah, they said full, and now they're saying 30, but yeah, we'll see what they do. I think Coach Lentz, again, is going to want to say, guys, what are we doing? I mean, where's the fire? Where are we coming down and immediately just shooting what amounts to really dumb shots? When you run our offense, get somebody movement, and let's get some good looks. None of these running one-handers in the lane while being closely guarded.
And you see the big man there, Javon Guess, standing at 6'3". He's going to get a breather. And so a couple of substitutions being made for for Warren Central, who beat Guerin yesterday. Tyler Horton was the starting center in that game, and he's back out on the floor. He wears 33.
He is a good-sized kid, listed at 6'7".
Catchings inside, fouled, rolls out, thought he had it. So now we're going to see a little bit of Catchings damage from the free throw line. By the way, has all 5 of Brownsburg's points.
Came into it shooting 82% from the line, and as I say that, he misses.
It's because you said it.
Yep.
That one's on you.
I'd take it.
3:38 to go here in the second day of the Phil Cox Memorial Tournament. Catchings makes his second. Brownsburg trails by 4 points. Warren Central's lead is slowly dwindling as Catching heats up. Moving back to the outside, there's Snodgrass. Inside to Horton. Snodgrass finds Hooks, who thought about the 3. Matched up tough with Diallo. Gets the shot off, but it doesn't touch the rim. Here comes Grant Porath. Tried to field the screen, but couldn't find it. Catchings rolls off of Brandon Latimer. Grant Porath down low, kick it up top. Here's Diallo from the paint. Doesn't go. That floater just not falling for the Bulldogs.
Just left it a little short.
Holman contested, got inside. 12-6. Warren Central's now doubled Brownsburg with just over 2.5 to go here in this first quarter. Drew Thompson back over to Porath. And Catchings versus Holman is not a size matchup, but maybe a physicality matchup that both coaches are comfortable with. Here's
Brownsburg just not shooting it well.
Snodgrass back over to Holman. Calling the play is DeAndre Davis.
You know, one of the things I saw Coach Davis doing in pregame, you know, a lot of times, especially at the varsity level, you know, pregame is just kind of a shoot around. You know, you do your little layup lines and your different things. Coach Davis was out there coaching him up, man. Every step of the way, he was shouting instructions.
That kind of intensity doesn't lend itself to a 6-3 record. It's deceiving. Warren Central's been in a whole lot of tough games this year. And subs come in. We see J.D. Lynch out on the floor. Zeke Kirby, Keyshawn Harlan, and then Robert Walker, who had our play of the game yesterday. Walker swatted the ball into Hamilton County. We'll see what he does on the offensive end. Stolen away by J.D. Lynch. Good off glass. Brownsburg breaks its field goal drought.
Just good anticipation by Lynch there, and again, bit of a lazy pass as well. So between the two things, kind of a bad combination for Warren Central.
Corner three. Rolls away. Diallo grabs onto the rebound. Diallo has been the jump start to that Brownsburg offense. Great ball handling there by Grant Porath. Diallo, corner three for Drew Thompson, who cashes in.
Well, when the Warren Central defender fell down, obviously now you're playing 5 against 4, and it's just a matter of finding the open man. Brownsburg was able to do that, not just for a bucket, but a three.
Now Warren Central gonna hold on to it until the final bucket. No shot clock in high school basketball. There comes the trap. It's the only shot clock-esque thing. It's J.D. Lynch just a little too late. Shot is off the mark. Here comes Diallo with 9 seconds. Charging down, rolls in with just a little too much steam. How about the half-court shot? Why not? It's a holiday tournament.
Amen.
12-11, Warren Central up by 1 in a very close game. We will be right back on ISC Sports Network with the second quarter. Keep it right here.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
McCulling in time. Oh, no! It's good.
This one is
God, there you go.
Wow, Dawson makes a great catch.
Spin, win, 3, bury it for Leland Walker.
Tie the game they do with the dunk by Malik Edmonds. What a play.
Oh, my goodness.
I feel a little momentum starting to fall Ellen's way.
That it is Wrestler! Wrestler!
Whoa! We're back here on ISC. Brownsburg trails Warren Central by 1. Before we get underway with the second quarter, we'd like to remind you Scott Young of Midwest Financial offers a wide range of products and services that can help clients get the stability they need to face life's surprises. Scott will work in sync with his clients to uncover their financial goals, review the state of their financial health, and identify strategies to guide them up and down the financial mountain. Email Scott at syoung@onemidwestfp.com. Second quarter underway. There's Drew Thompson Brownsburg shot just 28% from the field in the opening quarter of this game, and the troubles on offense continue.
Well, again, it goes back to shot selection. It's just a difficult shot right there. I mean, you're driving, and it's a running one-hander that's being closely defended. I mean, those things don't go in all the time, and Coach Lynch, you can see, is a little frustrated.
Credit to the DeAndre Davis Warren Central defense of closing down that lane and making them take a contested shot, as that one went off the mark for Snodgrass. Hooks intercepts, gives it off to Robert Walker. J.D. Lynch isn't going to let him have it easy. Snodgrass up the top of the key. DeAndre Davis calling a play. And we see Hooks trotting around the baseline, might drop back there. The Catchings versus Hooks matchup on defense is a good one. Horton.
Well, they got what they wanted, a pick and roll and an easy shot, and just missed it.
Catchings guarded tough by Hooks. Nice block there from Warren Central. Horton, bounce pass into Holman. Holman can't get it away, so we go back the other direction. J.D. Lynch wanted Catchings, but instead found the hands of the defense.
Yeah, just sloppy basketball here. 2 consecutive turnovers on plays where, again, both teams were kind of rushing, trying to do too much, and it ended poorly for them. So Brownsburg is going to stay in their man-to-man defense that they employed in the first quarter.
Here's Hooks. Dumps it off to Horton. And that's a tough defensive job that Grant Porath has, guarding Tyler Horton, who is a center but can sometimes play like a guard.
Yeah, he does. That's twice, though, that on the pick and roll, he set a nice screen and then just rolls to the bucket, and they dump it to him, and unfortunately he was not able to convert either one of them. But they got the play they wanted. They just didn't get the result they wanted.
Jalen Hooks into Javon Guess, who barely saves it. Not much help. Very far away from the basket. You can see how spread out Brownsburg's defense is. They go inside to Guess, outside to Snodgrass. No dice.
A little bit of contact on the shot, but not enough for the official. He looked at it. He thought about it for a second.
There's Brandon Snodgrass. Might have stepped out. I don't think it was a foul.
No, he did step out. The official ran up and pointed to the sideline. So again, a possession that results in a turnover for Brownsburg quickly results in a and I'll give the Warren kid credit there. That was just a hustle play. His momentum took him out of bounds, but right now just some really sloppy basketball.
Both teams trying to tighten the bolts before we get into the later part of this tournament. Again, the championship is tonight, so not a whole lot of time to make adjustments from this point on. Hooks into Guess, saves it, loses control. It's out of bounds, and they're going to say it'll stay with the Warriors.
Yeah, the official under the basket was clearly looking for help. He looked at Gary Hamilton up top. Gary's like, I got nothing. He looked over at the other official, and I think he's right. I think he got it right. I think it went off the leg of a Brownsburg defender out of bounds.
No instant replay in high school ball, but we have it here on ISC Sports Network. And Jim Leisure, you're right.
Yep.
We got to get you a striped shirt.
Well, I was going to say, it's not important that I'm right. It's important that he's right, and he was right.
Hooks, second chance play. Great hustle from number 4. 5 minutes to go here in this first half. 12-11, Warren Central by 1. Catchings almost interrupted. Get it over to Robert Walker. No. Cameron Reich, excuse me. Spells it with an A.
Yeah. Basketball must be brand new. They got to work this thing in. It's just slipping out of everybody's hands.
J.D. Lynch over to Grant Porath. Porath, spin move. Inside. Hoop in the harm.
Now, that's a shot that, again, because of the spin move and basically the stop and pop, I like that shot. Okay, you're going to see the replay here right there, the little spin and the stop and pop. That's a good shot. That's not a running one-hander out of control, just throwing it up over the outstretched hands of a defender. And there's been a bunch of those for Brownsburg here today.
The YMCA open gym model of basketball doesn't always work out, especially in these high competition tournaments where you got to have a good game plan.
Yeah, the old throw it up there and say, just give me some iron. I just want I don't want to shoot an air ball.
That's how I play.
That's how I shot every free throw I ever shot.
Porath off to Diallo. Two-handed jam. There's been a lot of that here in Memorial Gymnasium, and that will cause the timeout. Good Lord, Diallo got up. That kid is very talented, someone that Warren Central is going to have to really limit because when he gets going, he'll make his impact known.
And if you look at the Dunkometer here on the corner, they've moved it to 7. It was at 5, so somebody's actually keeping track. I thought those were only Kokomo dunks, but apparently not.
Oh, man. That was impressive. During this timeout, we'll thank our friends ADP and Anthony Bennett. Did you know ADP pays 1 in 6 Americans? And did you know that if you mention ISC, you get the full range of ADP services free for 3 months? That's right, ISC and ADP, a partner to help your small business, and it's free for 3. Call Anthony Bennett, 317-427-8249, or email Anthony Bennett at adp.com and mention ISC. Jim Leisure, it's payday for Diallo after that big dunk.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Really nice job. And, of course, you saw that coming there when he kind of broke away.
16-12, Brownsburg in front. Hooks on the baseline, loses control. More sloppy offense for the Warriors. It's led to a scoring drought. Brownsburg on an 8-0 run.
Well, possessions are always important in just, about every game you play, regardless of sport. And, when you just give away opportunities to score, you find yourself down 4.
Top side. Catchings looking for a hole. Thought he found a lane, instead gives it off to Diallo. A 2-3 zone for Warren Central. Those 2 guys up top cause interruptions like that. Might be a jump ball, though it is. Possession arrows going to Warren Central. So the Warriors
again, I understand that turnovers are going to happen, obviously, but you would hope it would be as a result of, really aggressive defense. This really hasn't been that. It's just been a really aggressive offense that's poorly played.
Long time in the paint, but instead of foul call, that's Cordell Edwards who put the shot up, and it'll be on Grant Porath, his second. It's the team's 3rd of the half.
Coach Lynch has already got a couple subs. I would imagine Porath will be one of them.
He takes a walk to the bench. Into the game for Brownsburg comes Caden English. We see Drew Thompson again, one of the starters. English made a big impact late in the Columbia City game. Cordell Edwards connects on shot number 2. 16-14, Bulldogs in front. J.D. Lynch back on the outside. Diallo, long 2 jumper, got it. El Hadj Diallo. I think I've been saying Elijah. That's my fault. Caleb Green from deep. Catching's almost there for the rebound, but the interruption from Javon Guest. That's just a big guy that you're contesting with. Got to look out for that, though. He travels. No foul called, and it'll go back Brownsburg's way.
Yeah, you see that a lot again when a big fella's got the ball right underneath the rim. He's being closely guarded. Couple shot fakes, couple head fakes, and eventually they'll do a little hop. And again, the official right there on top of it.
Here is Drew Thompson.
Warren really forcing Brownsburg to work at it, bringing the ball up the floor.
English back out to Diallo. Diallo. 7 points. That big dunk. A nice layup. And then, of course, that huge dunk a little earlier. Just about 2 minutes to go in this half. Warren Central responds right back with a Cordell Edwards, too.
Yeah, but notice the last couple shots from Brownsburg have all been good looks. Feet set, squared up.
Diallo back on the outside. Catchings comes up with it. Had the wide open three. Got to make those. And there's a foul under the rim. They'll go against Warren. Go against Caleb Green specifically, his first. Team's third of the half. Robert Walker getting a break, taking a breather on the bench. J.D. Lynch kicks it over to Catchings. Two guys on him. Tries to get up to the rim, but he's just bullied away. English the rebound, back over to Lynch. Lynch on the outside. Has help from Thompson and Diallo.
I really like this Warren defense, man. They make you work. No freebies.
Seems they've gotten a defensive scheme together as of late. Catchings off the neck of the basket. Second offensive rebound of this possession for Brownsburg. Almost made it three. Instead, Devin Holman takes it over, and we go back the other way with just a minute to go.
Yeah, you'd like to see, if you're Warren Central, you want to come down here and convert a bucket. Really good defensive stand, even though you give up a couple offensive rebounds, but you need a bucket, and they didn't get it.
Cordell Edwards was off the mark. Drew Thompson. It might be holding it until the final couple of seconds. 21-16 just before halftime.
Yeah, I think this is the equivalent of like a 4-minute offense in football. You'll take a shot.
The foul as well. So the shot falls +1. What were you saying, Jim?
Well, again, with 50 seconds, you'll take a shot. You're going to run your offense, but you're not going to be in any real big hurry. You're certainly going to spread things out. You're looking for lanes to create themselves so that somebody can slash to the bucket and get an easy one, which is what they did there. But on the other hand, if the defense D's up, then you'll gladly take the last shot.
Brownsburg makes it a 3-point play just before halftime. 30 seconds to go and rolling. Cordell Edwards got across that timeline. There he goes.
Now, see, if I'm Warren, I don't necessarily salt this away. I mean, you're down 8 points, so go down and see if you can get an open three.
Spin move. Edwards feeds it behind the back. Nick Glover. Wow. Great awareness, great hands, and a big-time score. 5 seconds to go. Diallo blocked. Ball falls in. That'll be an and one. Foul goes on Cordell Edwards. His second, team's fifth. 3.4 on the clock. And so even though the Warriors had that great play and that great possession, Brownsburg answers right back and sucks all the wind right out of their sail. Diallo off the mark. Gets his own rebound. Bang! 28-18. That's the way you want to walk into the locker room at halftime, with a little swagger.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of confusion there by the Warren Central players. It's like, hey, the ball's loose, you get it. I got the last one, you get it. I don't want to get it. So Diallo was like, you know what, I'll get it. And then he lays it in. Nice shot.
That'll do it for the first half, 28-18. We'll come back. We'll halftime breakdown with Jim Leisure and myself here on ISC Sports Network. Then, of course, the final 6 minutes of play from this, the first game of day 2 of the Phil Cox Memorial Classic, right here at Memorial Gym in Kokomo, Indiana. Stick with us. We'll be right back.
Ball here. Harris scores. With 19 seconds.
Fake players, big boy. I'm telling you right now, that's awesome. I love it.
That's the finish.
You get a layup, take it, and an and one. Fly ball.
The original Gridiron Gridiron Gang provides on and off the field football training for all athletes, and that applies to any budget as well. The Gridiron Gang offers a scholarship program for underrepresented communities and families who work in the public sector, allowing athletes to train for free. Gridiron Gang is led by Robert Mathis, Daniel Muir, and other longtime NFL vets. Text Gridiron to 55433 for more info. Click on the Foundation tab to nominate a student athlete today.
Brewer, Jim's at home.
That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net.
A little fireworks in the first half. Throw it up for Tillman. Whoa, my goodness. 122.60 for Penn.
What a swim! Six of them. We are back on the ISC Sports Network. Brownsburg leading Warren Central 28-18, and this is the first semifinal game of the Phil Cox Memorial Tournament here in Kokomo, Indiana. And before we get to a little analysis, wanted to tell you about Smoke and Barrel Barbecue. Today's game presented in part by them. They're not new to the game, but the restaurant inside of Camp Sertoma is. Stop by and check them out. 2316 South German Church Road, Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays, or online at smokin-barrel-bbq.com. Stay tuned later in the game for tonight's Smokin' Play, presented by Smokin' Barrel Barbecue. That smells good. I can smell that, Reed.
Yeah,
coming right off the page.
Yeah, that's actually not too far from my house. That's good stuff.
All right, Jim, let's get your thoughts on the opening 2 quarters of play and the break. You said, Elijah Diallo really opened things up for Brownsburg, who kind of pulled away and established themselves.
Yeah, he got 11 points in that second quarter after not scoring at all in the first quarter. And, we had talked about how Brownsburg shot 28% from the field in the first quarter. But at halftime now, they're shooting almost 40%. So they've really upped that. I think it's better shot selection. Again, we saw a lot of post-up jumpers, ball movement, getting guys open for good, clean, open looks, and not the running one-handers in the lane. Warren Central just turns the ball over too many times, 9 times in the first half. I mean, that's 18 points, potential points you could have had, and that's just if you hit 2s. I mean, if you had 3s in there, it could have been even more. So I think if Warren comes out and protects the basketball, they can get themselves right back in this thing. Right now, however, Brownsburg seems to have found their stroke.
We will take a break real quick and join you back ahead of the second half. That was the Jim Leisure special. Said well.